I have the latest stats, and things are a changin'. Hi, I'm Chuck Vosberg from Next Home Gulf to Bay, and I've got the latest statistics for the Tampa Bay area, and I'd like to share them with you right now. Just like always, we'll go over the numbers together, then I'll give you our deep, detailed analysis, and we'll talk about what it means to you, whether you're buying or selling right now. So, first of all, let's go over the numbers. The amount of properties that are available to purchase right now is up 114% from this time last year. And that's a pretty amazing number. But what I think is even more interesting is that they're up 44% from the previous month. That's a huge increase in the number of available houses that can be bought right now. The inventory's up 44%, and that, of course, dictates, because of supply and demand, that prices are going to come down a little bit. So let's take a look at the rest of the numbers. The median price is $420,000. It was $440,000 last month, and that's a 5% decrease. Also, what's interesting is the amount of time that it takes to get under contract is up to 28 days now, which is a lot more normal. It sounds crazy now because we've gotten used to the first weekend getting a whole stack of offers, but that was an anomaly. That couldn't continue forever. So now things are getting more back to a normal pace where things are just slowed down just a little bit. They've settled down. It takes a lot of the pressure off of everybody. So what I'm seeing is that transactions are a lot less stressful for buyers and sellers. Now, there's a couple other things I wanted to go over with you. Now, I normally don't talk about months of supply of inventory because, I know you hear about that a lot from other realtors, but the problem with it is that people talk about it, but they don't explain what it means. So I'm going to explain it to you right now. The months of inventory available means that if there was not another single property coming on the market and it just stopped, no new properties, it would take how long for everything to sell at the current rate of purchasing? So it's an attrition rate is what it is. So here's the way it pans out. Between 5 and 6 months is considered normal. That's what we call a balanced market. If it's less than that, it's considered a seller's market. If it's more than that, it's considered a buyer's market. So we're at 2.1 months right now, which is way up from where we were before. It's been as short as just 2 weeks, not too long ago. So we're at 2.1 months. So it's still a seller's market. Now, I'll explain more about what that means in a minute. But we're only about halfway up to a balanced market, even with this huge increase in inventory all of a sudden. So what does all this mean to you? Well, here's what it means to you. If you're a buyer, this is a great time to get in there. Things have settled down a lot. Things are moving at a slower pace. We're not going to have to write the contract on the hood of the car anymore to try and beat other people out. Things are a lot more normal and sane. The prices have come down. Now, that doesn't mean that you can go in there and just offer way under asking price. What's happened is the asking prices are now more in line with the actual value of the property. Whereas before, people were just asking crazy amounts and getting them, but now things are a little more normal. It's still a seller's market, so you're not going to go in there and offer way under asking and get the property. That's not going to happen. But what you are going to get is a fair deal, which, really, that's all anybody wants, right? It's just a good, fair deal. Now, if you're a seller, there's a lot in this for you too. First of all, you're not going to have the amount of stress that we've had before and the unpleasant surprises. Because what we were seeing before is a lot of people they would offer a very high price for the property just to get under contract when they were intending to renegotiate the whole thing at the inspection time to get down to the real price of what they really wanted to pay. So we were seeing a lot of properties there'd be a big fight, there'd be a lot of disappointed people, angry people, and things would fall out of contract. They'd have to put it back on the market. So All that stuff has settled down. We're not seeing people doing that as much. Now, that is a strategy. We think it's very disingenuous to do that, but that's still a strategy some people employ. But like I said, things are settled down. They're getting more back to normal, and that's good for everybody involved. It's a lot less stressful. Things are not happening so quickly where you can't make an informed decision. And in my opinion, whether you're a buyer or a seller, this is all good news. Now, one other thing just quickly, Florida does not follow the national trends. So quit watching the news. The news doesn't matter here because Florida's different. And real estate truly is hyper local. What's happening right here is going to be different than what's happening somewhere else, even though it may be nearby. So you need to talk to your agent. If you've got any questions, ask me. We'll tell you anything you want to know. No strings attached. We put humans over houses. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Have a great day, and thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.